buddy Mr. Maynard here. And boy, it was pretty much a crazy weekend, I gotta say. How we doing, folks? MOGameCon has come and gone for 2019, and here we are at the recap. What a lovely weekend, I have to say. And we had it at the same place as we did last year at the St. Charles Community College over in St. Charles, St. Peter's, outside of St. Louis. And I have to say, attendance and everything looked great. And I was working behind the scenes. I had to change up this year for going to the convention. So before we start and all that, let's just take a minute and committee goers, volunteers, our guests, everybody who worked at this convention. Thank you so much for taking the time to make a weekend for us to actually enjoy retro gaming. And boy, I really enjoy it. It was a really good time. So we're just going to take it easy tonight. This is just going to be a simple chat night. So I see we got a couple viewers in here. Chat window's open. This is towards you guys and gals. So if you're listening and you went to the convention here in St. Louis for MOGameCon, let us know what you thought, and we'll talk about it. So we did this last year after MOGameCon 2018, and it turned out very well. And now we're at 2019. So there was a change up this year. Let's start with that. Oh, well now, Metric is actually telling me that I need to turn down the music a little bit. Does that sound okay, Jibo? Thanks, buddy. That's my buddy Chris. Seeing that my chat window is kind of small too, so I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, wow. I still can't believe it. Didn't feel like it was our convention this year. You know, it wasn't the time of the year that this is happening, and it just like done. Wow. Okay, let's start off. There was a change up this year for myself. I decided to instead of volunteer this year, to provide an arcade machine. Yep, the Rush 2049 cabinet did go to MOGameCon, and boy, that was a hell of a trip to get that thing over there. And I gotta thank one of my coworkers, his name's Brian. He helped me out on loading it here at the house, and then more so when I got there, Mr. Nick Nitzel, who is part of our St. Louis Retro Gamers group. Wow, thanks, dude. Guys, he chunk. He's super chunk, and helped me out and get everything loaded and set up, and he's starting to collect arcade games as well. There's a good little group of us in this retro group that are starting to collect collect arcade games, and he's looking out for a Hydro Thunder, so I'm going to start doing a little favor for him and try to find a 100 Thunder. The music is still too high? What the hell? I've got my desktop audio lowered as low as I can. Is it still there? Can you hear it? Is it still super loud? Because I have maxed out my microphone. I'm gonna put my gain on. I have turned down the music as much as I could. I'm gonna do this. Right there. Doesn't sound like it's changing on your end. Well, this also goes to show you, when was the last time I streamed? It was frickin' forever. Ah, that's better. Okay. So, can you still hear the music, Jibo? You know what? I need to do something. I'm doing this. Ta-da! It was literally twice the volume. The mix is better now. That's good. Can you at least, you know, you can hear the music, right? I at least want to have the music playing, and it's not showing anything come up on Okay, now I got it. There we go. Perfect. Hopefully that sounds perfectly fine. And now, Jibo, you're a mod now. Fuck it. So, congratulations. You've been promoted. Promotions. So, oh, man. Okay, so yeah. We took the Rush cabinet. Nick Netzel helped me out on setting it up. And, more so, we set up the cabinet, but we did have a small casualty to the Rush cabinet. It's more so, I might have to have Mr. Hendricks from Matty Mo's Arcade give it an overlook, because I've already looked at it an hour there and an hour here at home. It's home now. And we have lost all force feedback motion, so we have no force feedback on the Rush 2049 cabinet. Son of a bitch. But you know what? I was happy to have it there. I wanted many people to play it, and holy crap, they did. We'll come back to that part in a minute. So we had that there. I had Zero Shift with me, Caston. He came out, and Friday was the setup day. Saturday was the main event, and we got there about 9-ish, and I just went straight to some of our coordinators and said, hey, Caston's here. He's willing to help you out in anything real quick. And they're like, dude, go set up the cabinets up front for Arcade 1-Up. And he's like, okay, I can do that, easy. And he was in, done. So, goes to show you that there's a lot of us who volunteer time and just get in there to make things work behind the scenes. And we want to make sure that not only everything's working properly and there's no problems going on as best as we can, but we always have a good thing about hospitality. I mean, crazy enough that we've had John Riggs mentioning to our guests who came this year, telling them, you know, they're going to be checking on you like every hour. Do you need a water? Do you need food? Is there anything you need? You know, is there anything we can do for you? And we're known for that. We are very well known for hospitality. And I did take ski this year again, so we had plenty of ski to enjoy. And other than that, it was a pretty good con for the start of it. But yeah, this isn't only about me, guys. You know, it's about you who's out there. Chat away. Let me know what you found, and if there's anything interesting that happened on the floor or at a panel. There were some details that I did find out on certain things, and some funny things did happen, which some I will be explaining, and some of them I will not. I will leave them for certain people. But more so, I can tell you this right now. I think one of the most cool things that did happen was our guests. Our guests this year were pretty decent. I've met both Pat Contry and Norman Caruso, which Pat Contry is part of the CU podcast, part of the retro gaming community, and Norman Caruso, the gaming historian, which I love his channel. Patreon supporter here talking, so I get to brag a little. Sorry, but his content is so damn good, and I was so happy, you know, just to finally. I met him back in Portland. I met Pat in Portland as well, and more so that it didn't really bother me to see them again. They were pretty cool to have a beer with and chat with for a little bit. But Jay Hunter from the Game Chasers, bro tier, fucking bro tier, and I will welcome him back anytime. He is that cool. He's like John Riggs, down to earth, super nice, and hell of a drinker, I will say. We had quite a bit of some beer last night at Two Plumbers. So that was a good time. But we also had Terry Diebold was there. Terry Diebold brought in the Super Nintendo PlayStation Classic, or not Classic, but the Super Nintendo PlayStation, showing that off again, and I was able to give him my gift. I actually had a copy of Top Racer, which is Top Gear. I do have a photo with him. I will be posting it here on Twitter soon, and more so that. That we did inform Barry Leach, who did the original soundtrack of Top Gear, who also did the soundtrack for Horizon Chase Turbo, a lot of racing games, and he's excited. I mean, Barry's actually reached out personally. He put a post in there. He's reached out personally and said, you know, I'm super happy to see that happen. So now he's got his game that has his music is now with the Super Nintendo PlayStation. So Let's see here. Arm Pulley. Jay and I talked a lot about baseball. It was a good time. Yeah, Jay's a big baseball guy. Like, holy crap. And he's a big Cubby, you know. That's okay. You know, everybody has to each their own. I mean, you're in St. Louis. You're in rival territory. But, you know, you got the balls to wear the hat. I ain't stopping you. Go ahead. And, who else was our guests? We had Walter Day. Oh my goodness, Walter Day. What a gentleman. What a proper, kind gentleman. I mean, the aurora he gives off is just like peaceful and informative. Oh, you were a Cubs fan too, Paulie? Okay, cool. So, you got along very well. That's all good. Very good. But Walter, man, I mean, I've met Walter in Portland, and I still remember my experience of meeting him for the first time. He's very suave. He's super kind, and he has that suave technique that just comes up. And what he did when I was there, I was waiting in line to meet him, and when he was done with the people before, I was just looking around because he's working with Old School Gamer magazine, which is a really good magazine I like. But he came around and he wrapped his arm around my shoulder and he goes, "How you doing there, sir? Doesn't look like you're from Portland. Where are you from, my good man?" I go, "Oh, hi, Walter. I'm Zachary Maynard. You know, I'm from the St. Louis area, from a little town called Belleville. I was still living back in Belleville at the time. But we kicked it off right there, and I think what's unique is I did tell him, because last year when I went to Portland, with the Portland recap, I explained that I was there not only on John Riggs' behalf and Reggie's help as well too, but I was also there with kind of the mindset of any information I can get towards MOGameCon. I can pass it back to the guys here in the committee as an advisor and say, "Hey, this is what I found out, and let's see if we can apply it to our convention and see if we can help out." And more so, excuse me, I told Walter, because he looked at my shirt and he goes, "What's MOGameCon?" Because I had a MOGameCon shirt on. I said, "That's the convention." I said, "That's our convention in St. Louis." I told him, you know, I was with John Riggs and that he invited me out here to experience Portland for the first time. And I said, "We have a small convention in St. Louis. It's growing very slowly, and hopefully one day down the road you get to come meet us." And so, again, not to brag, Saturday morning at the beginning of the con, I'm walking around. Walter's one of those types of guy, he doesn't mind standing next to his booth, but he does like to walk around. He likes to meet people, talk to people, see what he can find, experience the convention and see what he thinks. And more so that I walked by and I saw him, I said, "Walter." And he looked at me and he goes, "Oh, hello there." Shook his hand and said, "Walter, I'm very happy you came here to St. Louis. I'm glad this worked out." I had helped out Ryan Recker from KMOX for Overnight America. I've been in talks with him for the last couple of months about talking about Portland and the MOGameCon, that Ryan wanted to come to MOGameCon and actually use media credentials to get passes. I got him hooked up. Not only that, but the committee actually hooked him up with a phone call with Walter Day, and he had a good 30-45-minute interview live on the radio. It was very good. If you haven't listened to that yet, check out Overnight America. Go to KMOX, Google Overnight America, and you should be able to find in the podcast section with Walter Day. And very good conversation. He explains how he brought up what he did before Twin Galaxies, and how did that become, Twin Galaxies became what it was, and then how did he become with keeping the scores. I mean, he's the godfather of competitive esports, and his compassion of showing excellence and competition, I mean, his devotion to it is actually great. For right now, he's 70 years old and still committed into helping the retro community is incredible. Not only that, he's also a pretty good historian. He does a lot of newspaper articles from like past 100 years or so, and learning about not only those newspaper articles, but he's more so anything historical about certain cities or information. So he's pretty knowledgeable. And so I got him hooked up with Ryan Recker, and when I saw him, I told him, I said, I was the one who set up Ryan Record to talk with you on KMOX, and I was super happy to see that happen. So thank you again, Ryan. Thank you again, Walter. We're shaking hands, and he's still holding my hand. He looks at me and he goes, I recognize you. So you were the one from Portland. I remember you were wearing that MOGameCon shirt. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation. So it's like, holy shit! Holy shit! I got Walter Day to MOGameCon! Well, sort of, but still, I gave him that little, that little spark, like saying, hey, we got something here. Come check us out. You don't have to if you want to, but you're more than welcome to. It's no problem. But it happened. So, wow. And that was great. Seeing Walter again, we did sit down and talk for a little bit. I hear a lot of conversations with Walter Day were going around. Of Matt Hendricks was hanging with him, which if you guys haven't subscribed to Matty Mo's Arcade, please do. I'm helping them out on some things. They're helping me out with my arcade projects. I'm in the middle of working on Project Defender, turning it into a multi-Williams, and now we got a pole position 2 cabinet. I finally get to announce on the stream I have a pole position 2 cabinet. But more so, Matt got a really, really cool intro of Walter saying, hi, I'm Walter Day, and this is Matty Mo's Arcade. And I was like, oh, that's golden. That's freaking golden. But what was really unique is how that happened is because him and Walter were talking, and he says, he has former boss. Matt's been in the business for being an arcade technician for quite a while. And he's naming off people that, he's worked with, and supposedly Walter recognized the name. So Matt described him a little more, and they found out this is one of Walter's old friends. And so he actually called him, and Walter and his old friend were talking on the phone for about 15-20 minutes. He says it was great to catch up with him to see where he was and how things are going. So because of that, Walter helped him out and said, let me do it. Is there anything I can do for you? And so he did the new intro for Matty Mo's Arcade, which is, that's freaking awesome to have Walter do that for him. But yeah, Walter was an excellent person to have for this convention. Highly would recommend him coming back anytime. He's like pretty much one of these founders of our community. Not only for high scores and for keeping records, but also just starting a community, because he was there early into it with the golden age of arcade machines, which is great. Other guests that we had Gary from Rock Solid, my buddy Gary. We really clicked back in Portland, and we've been talking since, and he was coming back down again this year for MOGameCon. He was here last year, and he did a open cart surgery with John Riggs. He set up all of his tools and equipment for John to actually fix game cartridges live, doing an actual live open cart surgery to fix a game. So this year, a couple months ago, he gets a hold of me and he starts throwing some ideas. There was an idea of having a course, and we were going to see if we can have it in a separate room with like maybe 15-20 people, and then people can watch. We wanted to show people how to mod consoles for signal reasons, and we chose the N64. But then it came to it, we were discussing about it, and I said, that could be a liability issue. That would be really tough to do. We'd have to provide all this equipment. We'd have to provide all these consoles, especially the modification that needs to be done can only be done to a certain console, and a specific type of the N64 is what we picked. And I said, how about, instead of that, we just mod my 64 and I could do it. Well, he was going to do that. We were going to have 2 stations set up from what it sounded like. We had my side with the N64 with the Voltar RGB mod with an NS1 N64. And then we were going to have Adam Korlick on the other side with a Super Famicom Junior to get RGB modded as well. Well, unfortunately, the Super Famicom Junior modification chipset didn't make it in time. Which, funny enough, after his panel, where I worked with him, it showed up at his mailbox. He just got binged that it was there, which totally sucked. I felt bad. But our panel was actually, it was a very small panel. We had probably about, I want to say about maybe 10 people tops, but there were people in there very interested about this modification. So we were explaining the process. He just went ahead, took the reins. He goes, I'm just going to go ahead and do the modification for you, free of charge. So he goes, just join me in the panel, and people have questions or if you have suggestions as well, just throw them out there. Just talk. I like his panel. I like Gary's panel because he set up the TV. He had his digital camera set up with a really good zoom lens, and he was showing the whole process of how to do this chipset and how to install it and what does it do. And he explained the whole process. More so that on the fly, we were telling people who were watching, if you have questions, let us know. You know, just throw them out there. This is all on the run. So just toss it at us, and we'll answer it as best as we can. So he had a lot of products he was provided with from Ryan from Castlemania Games. Which, Ryan, I hope you're listening, buddy. I miss you, dude. I need to catch up with you. So keep in mind if that when that Metal Storm Special Edition comes out, you better give me a buzz. But we went through the process, and we were explaining, what are the different ways of getting a better signal to make your N64 perform. I wouldn't say better, but more so getting the best signal that you can. And more so, there were some very good questions, and he was showing the process. He used the RetroTink upscaler, which was awesome, and he did my modification up until we got to the end of our panel. We wanted to show people it was running, which he made fun of me because I had Rush 2 with me. He goes, "Get that trash out of here." I'm like, "You get your trash out of here. What do you have?" He had a Rogue Squadron. I'm like, "All right, put that in. That's actually a really good game." So, but unfortunately, the power supply that I had for my N64 did not want to cooperate. So we didn't get to see the final product. And he was nervous. He was so nervous at the end of the panel that happened. But he says, if it was working, we would have a picture here. But unfortunately, the power supply that Maynard brought up failed. So great job. At least it's your first panel at your convention. I was like, hey, I tried. Come on. But it was fun. Doing panels are great. If you're very knowledgeable, and more so if you can do public speaking very well, you can do it. You can have some really good questions and a good time talking with people about your content or what you do, or if anything, you can provide information-wise. So after our panel, we boxed everything up, got everything good. We're sitting out in the hallway, and we're finishing up packing. And I had the hunch of, why is this power supply dead? This sucks. So I plug it in again and plug it into an outlet outside and flip the switch on, and it turns on. So we have a hunch that it could have been the power strip we were working with. So my first priority last night when I got home was, please put in the N64 on your OSSC and please tell me that it's working fine. And I will tell you right now, guys, if there is a modification you want to do to your N64 to get really good picture quality, now mind you, you're not going to smooth things out. You're not gonna provide, it's going to look like it was playing like on a GameCube or anything like that. What it's going to do is that it's going to increase the color quality of it. So I'm using SCART to my OSSC, my open source scan converter, and line doubling it to X4 line. And my God, Jibo, where are you? Jibo, where are you, buddy? What did you think of the RGB modded N64? He saw it in person today. I had him. I had Wright of the Lightning Force here too, and I also had AF Kenny as well. It looks beautiful. I told you. And now, mind you, 3D polygon games on the N64 still looked a little rough, but the colors popped. But we put on Mischief Makers, and holy shit, that game popped. It looked incredible. So I'm very excited to actually be able to use my N64 now for streaming and actually use it through my OSSC and get a very damn good signal. to provide for my stream. So be ready, guys and gals. There's going to be some excellent streams coming up for N64. And there was an extra mod that we threw in early last week. Gary got a hold of me and said, hey, we could throw in an extra mod for free. If you purchase it and bring it to me, we'll throw it in there ASAP. Which then we found out it wouldn't make it in time, but we shipped it to his place and it was there within a day. And we have I got a 3D printed tray for the cartridges without any of the, what would we call, physical, more so of not allowing me to play like Japanese games. So I can play Japanese games on this console without altering anything else on this console. It was like a physical, what's the word I'm looking for? Jibo, you know what I'm looking for? I hate when my brain goes like a million miles an hour and I can't find the term I'm looking for. It's like a lockout system that doesn't allow you to play imports. God, what's that word called? I can't remember. But you guys know what I'm talking about, because it could a US N64 console can play both US and Japanese cartridges, but it has a physical lockout feature that it has to deal with the back of the cartridge. So there's a tray you can get that's 3D printed that doesn't have any of those lockout features, and it lets you play any cartridge you want as long as it's within that region. So NTSC, you can play with NTSC and all that. It's not a lockout chip. It was region locked. That it is. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Region locked. And it's a physical region lock, which is weird. It's not a digital or anything to do system wise. It's a physical region lock, and it's the same thing with Super Nintendo, where the cartridges have a different altercation to them that you cannot crisscross with them unless you do a small modification. Which with the N64, the cheapest way you can do it is breaking off the tabs inside, which I would highly not do it. For $10, go on eBay, look up region-free N64 tray. And if you have the tools to open one up, it takes like 5 minutes to do it. Open up the console, flip the top, lay it down. That was the funny thing, because he hands me the tray and he goes, guaranteed you're going to screw this up, or we're going to have to extend our panel a little more because you're going to have to find the springs and put it together. I was like, oh, I already know about the flaps on the top, the dust covers. So I was very careful and took the screws out, put the new tray in, locked it in with the new screws, and he goes, well, shit, somebody knew what they were doing. So now I can actually play my N64 Japanese games, which is great. So one thing I will be doing immediately here soon is taking my Sin and Punishment and taking the American back off of it and putting the Japanese back on it, so it looks 100% authentic. So that makes me happy. I actually have a nice little pile of Japanese N64 games like Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong's Racing, Mario Golf 64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, MRC, Turok, and I also have both complete inbox, custom Robo version 1 and version 2. May not be able to read what's going on here, but I'll figure something out. So, his panel, Gary's panel, will be up on YouTube when he gets back in town, hopefully soon. And I will provide links on Twitter and all that. And please come watch it. It was a very fun time to do it. It was on the fly, and it was just something we wanted to do. And we have an idea for next year. If he comes back next year, which I guarantee you, the guys at MOGameCon, the committee, is going to be like, hell yeah, come back anytime. If he does another panel, we were thinking of going out to the floor, finding a console, do a quick inspection on it, and then modifying it to do, any RGB or de-restrict it with any region locking or anything, and then going ahead and making an auction to anybody who wants to purchase it and taking the proceeds and applying it towards any non-for-profit organizations like Wounded Warrior, or we have the Alzheimer's Foundation, which we help out there at MoGameCon. So to go to one of these guys, so we wouldn't have any problem donating the money. So it's an idea. We're tossing at it, and we're also tossing ideas about catching up again in another convention. So that's down the road. But Gary went off, and I got to meet his wife Ginger and their daughter Ellie. Oh God, she's so adorable. Oh my God. And it was a great time doing that panel with them. I felt really good. And not only that, you know, I got an RGB modded N64 now. No complaints, and it works great. So super awesome. I'd say let's take a moment here. Looking at the list of our viewers, we have a couple viewers in here. Everybody listening, if you went to MOGameCon, please come on in. You know, tell us what you found. Tell us what you did. We want to hear. We want to hear how it was. You know, we want to hear how that convention went. And so don't be shy. Even our lurkers in here, if you're just lurking about if you were here at MOGameCon, come on in, talk. I'm not here to make fun of anything, or we're here to have a damn good time. That's what we're here for. So, Jibo, you wanna share what you had a little bit? You wanna send me some links of photos and stuff that you got? I could bring them up and put them on the screen to show people what you got. Also, Jibo, where's Ride? Ride's not here, and Kenny's not here. What the hell? The F. Listening to the phone in bed. Take your time. Take your time. I'll tell you what. I'll continue talking, and when you get me some links, I'll show you what you got and all that. So it's pretty cool. Convention-wise, sales floor looked amazing. Lots of cool shit. Oh, they might be asleep by now. Well, son of a bitch. I know Kenny's out there. He's probably playing Apex right now, and he probably forgot. Yeah, good job, Aaron. Good job, buddy. Oh well, he's playing Apex. Let him have some fun. He only gets to play on the weekends, and he works so much during the days. Yeah, but the sales floor, it was great. We saw Adam and Ben and Mike from the Video Games Dad podcast. He was doing great. Adam Korlick was there again, our first guest from MOGameCon. I like Adam. Adam's like bro tier to me as well. So when I was there, he was excited to see me there. He's like, finally, someone I talk to all the time. So we started talking. We caught up on how things have been. He just got back from San Francisco. He's been working with Sega. He was out in Paris. And more so, it was a crazy time. And he was there, and he pulled the trigger on some. Oh, you sent the pics. Thanks, Jibo. I'll share them here in a minute. More so that he was there with the guys who make the M cable, and he did this at last minute. I don't know how the hell he pulled this all out of his ass, but he did. And holy shit, was it actually really cool to check out. This is a type of thing that you have to see in person for it to work. So M Cable was there showing off information on their new M Classic. And their M Classic is a new device that actually upscales and post-processes images to get rid of jaggings and smoothens things out, and makes the colors corrected and much more vivid. Let's just say this is one of those things, like I said, you have to be in person to see. And boy, let me tell you, seeing. Okay, Jibo, that's a good photo. I have to share that here in a minute. Seeing how the M cable works, and especially their new product, it is the M Classic. Actually, bring this information up. The company's called Marcelli, and the G Classic is basically the same type of technology they use for the M cable, but now you can provide your own cable, and it's like holy shit. I mean, night and day. I'll tell you what, I will provide a link here. Oh, AP's here. What up, bro? AP, you just caught us in time. We are talking about the M Classic right now. AP is from one of the guys from DS Koopa's group. What's up, bro? So there's a link to the M Classic there. Check it out. Again, you really... Oh, McGurk, what's up, dude? Sup, dude. Saw, dude. Saw. But more so, you have to see this in person. It's really impressive. It does a lot of anti-aliasing. It does a 4-scale upscaling, which is really great. So here's what they did. Let me get that free sub, bro. Bro, you're a mod, bro. Come on, McGurk. You're a mod, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Where you at, bro? Where you at? So here's what they did. So check this out. So Terry Diebold was there with the Super Nintendo PlayStation prototype. They took that Super Nintendo PlayStation prototype and had the HD Retrovision cables with it. We find out they work. The cables work. So the Super Nintendo PlayStation is RGB compatible. It is actually RGB compatible, which is really cool. It blew Terry's mind. And so when Adam's explaining this to him, how this works, he goes, once we have it from there, we're going to clean up the image. So they took two 2K monitors, computer monitors that had HDMI input, and they put a retro tank and put it through a splitter. And through that splitter, they put one out with just normal HDMI and one with the M Classic. You can literally see the difference between the picture. They had Super Gaiden Boss or whatever it was, Super Boss Gaiden playing. They were doing a Street Fighter 2 tournament on it. That goes to show you, with the Street Fighter 2 tournament, nobody was experiencing any lag with any issues. Oh, McGurk, what you doing, bro? You got to get that mayo, yo. Get your mayonnaise going. Get that on your sandwiches, yo. You got to do that. You got to do that, yo. Thank you for the sub there, my good man. For 2 months straight, thank you. And he was doing that with Twitch Prime. Doesn't hurt me. I don't do anything with revenue here on Twitch. But thank you for the subscription there. But so they took that Super Nintendo PlayStation. They got RGB going. They put it through a retro tank, and then scaled it up to 1440p. Did you hear that? 1440p, 2K. They put the fucker up to 2K. And it worked like a charm. It was freaking amazing. And you can tell the differences of what the pictures looked. It was freaking awesome. So, they more so, like I was saying, with the Street Fighter 2 tournament happening with Street Fighter 2 Turbo, what was great is that like I said, it was proving that there's almost no lag with it. And they're showing here within 1 millisecond of processing for lag, which is very incredible. So they have a thing going on right now. I'll go ahead and I support these guys. After seeing and believing, talking to Jesse today, who's a representative for Marcel, Marcelli, I said, I believe it. I'm going to go support this. I'm going to the Indiegogo right now and doing this. $69 on Indiegogo. $69 on Indiegogo right now. $69. There are only 85 left with the early backer special, and you'll get it within the end of September if you want one of these. I will provide the link here to the Indiegogo. Please, I am not a sponsor of Marcelli or anything to deal with the M Classic or M Cable. I feel I want to support this product and do anything I can to see if I can get any more people to back it. I see it. I believe it. I actually believe this cable. And for 69 bucks, it's great. For retail, it's going to go for 100 bucks. So you're already saving $30. And if you live in the US, free shipping. Done. Bing, bong, bammo. I'm a 22-month subscriber myself. Funny. I'm longer than that. I just never enabled. I never enabled a whole bunch of subscription stuff. So, yeah, definitely loved seeing this. This was a very good demonstration that was shown. And then on top of that, we were the first people to actually see the Super Nintendo PlayStation running an RGB, upscaled and cleaned up with the M Classic for the first time live at a convention. And let's just say it was really cool to see. So let's go back. Jibo sent me some pictures. I want to provide those pictures. And so give me a minute here. He wanted to show off what he had. So let's get the browser going. Browser. So this is one of his first pictures he has. If I can provide this picture. Come on. There we go. There's his first picture here. Got a lot of really cool stuff. So Judgment Time, everybody. I'm joking. He got some really cool shit. Jibo, I'm super happy you got to finally meet Jay. Yes, the last picture is very important. We'll come to that in a minute. I see you got the Game Chaser. You got Game Chaser shirt from Jay and 2 Game Historian shirts and your MOGameCon shirt. I know you like that sling bag, the Legend of Zelda sling bag, which was for a Wii console, but you could use that as just a casual bag to carry around stuff, which is cool. I was highly happy that you got No More Heroes 2, so there's some pretty good stuff here. Pokemon Blue, Japanese and US complete in box, which is awesome. If I remember, that's your signed Mega Man 2 from Norm that you bought off of him, which is pretty cool. Metroid Prime, a Final Fantasy collection, orchestrated collection that you said there was no track listing on it, which is kind of interesting. So, and the Mario RPG ROM hack. You had some pretty cool sealed stuff. You gave me a sealed item. I'll come to that at the end of the interview, the whole thing here. But let me open this up and get this picture. Change this out. So you got Wii U games of Wind Waker HD, DKC Tropic Freeze, Pikmin 3, Ni no Kuni 2. I still need to play Ni no Kuni 1, and I would love to play Ni no Kuni 2. There's actually a Ni no Kuni that was actually on DS first, and then it was actually re-released on PS3, redone. I did not know that. Just discovered about this. It's pretty cool. Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls, sealed as well. Impressive. Holy shit. A lot of peripherals that you got. I did not see you get this. I can't believe you actually got this. I'm actually super excited now. You got one of my favorite amiibos that I need to get. Let me get this up here. Come on, give me the link. Put it there. We're good. Oh, come on. Let me try again. Hang on, all. Doing this on the fly. We're not perfect. Nobody is ever perfect. Oh, goodness. Don't do this to me. Is it because of the picture? Let me do this. Make this quick. No? Not gonna work? You're not gonna work. Alright, then we could fight this really hard. I could just do this. Hang on, all. Hang on. We're just gonna add an image. Boop. And boop. Here it is. Jibo got this. He got a Chibi Robo amiibo. You motherfucker. Yeah, PS4 games is not a bad call. If you were... Every once in a while you can find some pretty good deals on stuff like that. More so that you can get some pretty cool stuff. But dude! The Chibi Robo! Dude, that makes me super happy. I love Chibi Robo. That is such a great little IP that Nintendo had, and it unfortunately has killed. Pisses me off. So... let me get this last one. He's got one more normal pickup photo here. With his knee cropped into it. Yeah, really cool light guns. Those are third-party light guns, and he should be able to use those not only for Time Crisis, but for the other light gun games that are not Namco supported. So it's kind of a mixture of both. Let's see here. Browser. There we go. There's his last one. These are his pickups. So you got Evil Dead Regeneration. I think that's the Evil Dead that doesn't have Bruce Campbell voice Ash. But you got Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Butts. So this Crystal Breakers, I've never heard of a Final Fantasy. I'll have to look this up. Rayman Arena, Dark Alliance, Casper. You got Casper, okay. Tetris 2. I actually like Tetris 2. Tekken 2, which is a great game. Tekken 3 was actually the best. Jay would approve. And Mario Party 8, that's awesome. But, oh my god, you told me this story about the Mega Man 4 manual. You bought it off Mike from, what was it? Mike from the Video Games Dad podcast. His wife was there. You bought it for $2. That manual, you said, goes for like $20. So you actually offered him a beer at Two Plumbers or more so to give it back, and he took the beer. What a bro. What a guy. Man. Excuse me, I needed to have a drink real quick. That was delicious. I had some ski. So, great finds. Great finds there. Yeah. It was Jibo. Jibo got it. Jibo did it. That was awesome. So, but hey, it goes to show you we don't want to do bad things. It's more so of I don't think I should have done that. I feel like I should get some retribution and try to fix it. Which Mike was cool with it. Jibo offered a beer and Mike took it. It was nice of him. So thanks, Mike. That was cool, yeah. But okay, so it's this photo. I love this photo so much. It makes me so happy. As much as a pain as it was to take it over there. So the whole convention's going on, and more so that even with the force feedback gone, people were still playing the shit out of my cabinet. Like, holy hell. And every time I'm walking by, there was either somebody playing on it, which they played more for like 5-10 minutes. Ooh, excuse me. The ski's coming back up. Or you sent me an oh, you're killing me, Jibo. Come on, man. That's adorable. More so, there was even a line to play my Rush 2049. Out of all the arcade games there were tons of people playing this cabinet. It was like, holy shit. I had Chris who's one of the vendors in there tell me that. Caston's like, dude, there's a fucking line that's set up to your cabinet that people want to play. Yeah, I heard there was a Golden Axe there. I heard it was for sale, too, for $850. Too bad I had a pole position I'm working on.
But it's this photo. It's these photos that make me so happy. Jibo, you're going to have to explain. This is... Hang on, let me bring the picture up first. Hang on here. Hang on. So this is your girlfriend's daughter. Okay, what was the kid's name? It was, what was her name? What was her name, Jibo? I can't remember. Not the Captain Marvel. No, it's the other one that's sitting there. Summer. Okay. She loved this game. She loved playing this, and she would not stop playing it. That just melted my heart. I told Jibo's girlfriend. If Jibo comes over and he's here, come on over as well with Summer. And yeah, 2 hours of playing that arcade machine. I said, just bring her over. I have tons of other arcade cabinets. You're more than welcome to join us. Yeah, I just noticed that your cabinet wasn't there, McGurk. Come on, we know it's yours. Come on now. So, but seeing that, oh, that just melted my heart. And this is a great picture. I just love this. This picture makes me so happy. Look at the smiles. Look at that smile. You could see the joy out of these two girls playing the hell out of this rush, like I did when I was a kid. My God. That is too cool. Yeah, A+ smile. Thank you. A+ smile. 10 out of 10. Happy out of happy. I am so glad to have taken this cabinet this year. Now, I hate to say it, this will be the only time I take it. I'm not going to take it out again. Drives me like most IL drivers. Fuck you, McGurk. Fuck you. But, next year, I think I'm planning on doing the same thing about taking a cabinet. By this time next year, the Project Defender should be good to go. Yes! Blessed. Very blessed. To be fair. That is how you drive. Okay. Alright, I'll let you go on that one. Yes, it was a PETA to move that. It was a PETA to move that golden Max. And Jesus malarkey, that Rush 2049 is a beast. Even like most of the committee were surprised I actually brought this here. They literally pulled me this. Yeah, yours is bigger. This is the only time I'll say it. Hey, hashtag butt stuff. you said it. You said that, and I'll add mine. But like Rich Bergen from the Video Games Show podcast, Chad and Chuck, they were like, we still cannot believe you brought that out here. That is some hardcore dedication. So thank you for bringing that out. They were impressed. A lot of people were telling me it was super clean. I was telling people who were playing this, I know the steering's a little wonky. I was telling people that I'm the owner of this cabinet, and I said, I'm sorry that the steering's not working correctly, but a lot of people were very impressed of how restored it is, of how much work went into this to actually run it. Oh, those hands were thanking you for taking it this year and not taking it next year, so it doesn't have to go off that truck again. Oh my God, that is the huge downer of taking that cabinet. I need so much of a team to move this damn thing. I am so thankful. So Jibo, Ride, Kenny, Ken's Increase, his nephew was there too to do it, and Nick Nitzel. All you guys, thank you so much for moving this and helping me out with setting it up and taking it down. You guys are total bro tier. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God. So the plan is next year, I will be taking another cabinet. I'm going to take the Project Defender. It'll be a lot easier to move. It's got caster wheels. I can wheel it anywhere I need it to be. It'll be 10 times lighter, and it'll be super easy to maintain. So, oh, Nick and Kurt helped you with your Golden Axe. That's good. That's really good. And that makes me feel happy to actually see that everybody in this group who helps with this convention, all these back scenes people, we help out each other. We're like, oh, dude, you need some help? Or, hey, you need anything? We just drop what we do and do what we need to do. So it's no problem. That makes me happy that we have a really good team here that are actually coordinating this convention. So, God, yes! This smile! That is a 10 out of 10 smile. That makes me so happy. Oh my goodness. So, I'd say the rest of the convention, I didn't really see any other panels. I just went around having a good time, talking with people, finding games, looking for stuff. And it was a good time. McGurk, did you want to show what you had too? Did you want to show off what you had on your finds this year? Did you actually find anything? I mean, you were there, but more so, you didn't show me what you got. So that'd be great if you showed me. Gurk McGurk, where are you, bro? It's probably hurrying right now to get his photos. But the rest of the convention was not bad. It was pretty easy going. Oh yeah, I posted. Okay, I'll go find your post. Hang on here, bro. I got you. Where you at? Where you at, bro? Alright, hang on. I'm finding you. Where are you at, bro? Where are you at? Man, there's some really good finds out here. Bought a few DC games. Okay. Alright, Paulie. Or Paulo, we'll catch you later, dude. Get some sleep. Enjoy your 5 a.m. wake-up call. I'm a good find. Thanks, Anarcho. That's so sweet of you. Alright, where is it? Okay, hang on. Pause before we find your picture, Aaron. Or McGurk. Sorry, Ron. There is something hilarious I need to share here. Signed Game Chaser search, signed Game Historian poster were pretty cool. Find your picture. Find your picture. So I have a hilarious picture to post to you, and I know it's gonna be funny as fuck. This is our good friend Matthew Gurley, who's in our retro gaming group with Jay Hunter. We were at Two Plumbers, getting drunk as shit and having a good time. Flip it off GameSec. Oh no! And that's like Matt's favorite group to watch. And it's unfortunate that I can't remember who left. I think it was Dave. Dave had to leave GameSec because he needed some things he had to do. But man, that's some funny shit. This is the type of shit I love. Is seeing funny shit like this. It's so good. But all right, McGurk, hang on. I'm trying to find your post. Where is your post? Toast is bread. Thank you. Sent me a personal link. Oh, damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. There's some good shit in here. There's some good shit in here. I approve this. Ah, you went to David a Gorilla. Okay, hang on. I'll have to show you that. We'll have to show that picture. So let's start with this one. We're going to add browser. Yes. Link. Great stuff. You got Clay Fighter 2, Space Channel 5, Sega Rally, one of my favorites. A couple of common usuals like 102 Dalmatians, Hardcore ECW Revolution, Buzz Lightyear, Demolition Racer. That's a cool little armband. That's from Pat, isn't it? Huh. So let's see here. What else do we have in your pictures? This is pretty cool to see. So one of our usuals who's starting to show up now, we caught up with him. Me and Jibo and Ride caught him in normal Bloomington, which was a good time. David a Gorilla, and he has all these posters, which are awesome. Which I see you have Game Historian's poster too. That's awesome. I did not see this MOGameCon poster. That's really cool. I wish I got one of those. Son of a bitch. I have this Earthbound poster already. I need to get that home. But those are really good, high-quality prints that he has. And I have no problem about purchasing them from him. So those are pretty cool. I have to approve those. The shirts are awesome. Even the one signed by Jay. I am jealous as hell with that. Let me get that picture real quick and show everybody. Pretty jealous. Pretty jelly, bro. The MOGameCon shirts. Billy! Billy Mack! You did a great job, buddy. Billy Mack from down in Texas. Really good friends with John Riggs. He did the con shirts this year, and I like it. They look great. I had zero complaints with it. So that's pretty awesome. Landscape swipe for the loot. What? That's interesting. Really? Let's see here. I need some more music. Hang on here. So where were we? So those were really good. What else we have picture-wise? Oh, that's your golden axe. Ooh. Ooh, excuse me. That was a sneeze. Wow. That came out of nowhere. Oh, excuse me. Woohoo! Let's see, what else do we have here? We have, also you with Norm. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I'm not going to show the picture of you, because then people will be, like, making fun of you, because you look ugly as hell there. McGurk. McGurk looked like he jerking it. Yo. Sorry, bro. Ah, fuck it. Why not? Why the fuck not? He's bro tier anyways. There he is! Norman McGurk. There's McGurk. Hey, Aaron. Good dude. Known him for a while. Super kind. By the way, I'd like to also congratulate you. Expecting kids in October. Not one, but two. You're expecting twins. Holy fuck. Congratulations, dude. Really. Good luck to you on that. Let us know how everything goes and keep us in touch with that, too. Best of luck to you, really. You're starting to get fat dad bod. Dude, the ladies are into the dad bod. And on top of that, your wife's gonna look, you know, after she has the kids, she's gonna have the wide hips. You're gonna be like, damn, that is my trophy wife. One of us! One of us! One of us! But yeah, congratulations, dude. Twins. Do we know what they're gonna be? Are they boys? Are they girls? Do we know what they are? I forgot to ask you that while we were talking about that outside today. McGurk, where are you, buddy? Anyways, well, we're waiting for him to come back. So the rest of the con was pretty much, identical girls. All right, yay! So I'm guessing, did you burn off pink tires? Did you have a burnout for a gender reveal? I will laugh my ass off if you did. I will laugh my fucking ass off if you did. I swear to God, if you did, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. But congratulations, twin girls. That's awesome. Hey, you got more balls than I do for having kids. Congratulations, dude. So, but, yeah, the rest of the convention was great. I mean, going around and meeting people, finding games and all that. Let me see if we can get some of the finds here from our group. There's some good stuff in here. We've got our good friend Kurt Bauman. Had some really good stuff this year. So Kurt, hopefully we don't mind showing your picture, but holy hell, you had some good shit. You guys are gonna see this. So this is Kurt Bauman's collection in our retro group.
Good friend of mine. Good friend of all of us in the group. Damn good. I have to say that. Damn good. So, Gunsmoke with box. Legendary axe complete. I guarantee you got that from Jeff. With Jeff, the TurboGrafx dude, totally cool. He had his hat on again. He's freaking awesome. But he had something very unique to see. I wish I took a picture of it. I didn't. I was stupid. But I'll have to get Casson to show it. He had a prototype of, what was it? It was Magical Chase. And it's like $40,000, $50,000. And he had it right there, sitting in a case, showing it off. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude, what are you doing? But he also got this, the Super Nintendo Killer Instinct collection. Freaking awesome. 10 out of 10 collection right there. 10 out of 10 picks. Highly recommend that. That's really good. Let's see who else we have here today from MOGameCon. Going down the list. Oh, Kurt has a post here with it. He bought Norm's. Oh, he got Noah's Ark from Norm. And oh my god, you guys gotta hear this. This is great. Gary just got a hold of me on Facebook. And he saw Brody's his video from last year from MOGameCon. And here's what he has to say. If you have not seen that video, go look up 8-Bit Brody. Very good. Brody Howell, one of my great friends now. Incredible dude from Ohio. Goes around to conventions like a used car salesman and likes to have fun as hell. And he did last year, he does a thing called Doubling Your Dribble, which his favorite game of all time is Double Dribble. And he likes to trade up just a little, just a tiny bump. And he'll trade up, and he does this, and he gets some incredible shit. Like last year, I think he wound up with like a Mega Man X3 box. Some really hardcore stuff. He got some stuff out of the museum last year. So here's what Gary told me. He's like, so did you really get all that shit from Brody last year? Going back and watching last year's coverage. So at the end of this video, he makes a trade with me and winds up back with another copy of Double Dribble. And says, fuck it. I wind up with like all this incredible shit and walk off camera. Like, okay, sure, why not? And, oh my god. I gotta let Gary know. Tell him, nah. Oh my god, that's so funny that he just messaged me about it. Anyways, back to Kurt's post. Again, go 8-Bit Brody. Brody, come back anytime, dude. Next year, crash with me at this place so you don't have to sleep in a cold room. Go from there. So Kurt bought that one cartridge that was signed was from let's see if I still have it here. So yeah, I still have it here. That's Noah's Ark. And he got the Namco Museum from Rich Bergen and all that. Like a cool little grab bag stuff. The Darius twins from Ben Bizzle. Ben, don't worry about helping me out over the weekend, buddy. Ben Bizzle with the Filthy Games. Cool little... He's a great vendor. Totally, if I need just to find stuff, one of the guys I go to nowadays. But the Gunsmoke he got from James Lee. He's another person in our group. But, yeah, there is one thing I have to complain, that I have to say right now for the convention. We had food trucks. They did very well. And more so, there was another food truck that was supposed to show up. It was the hot dog guy. He never showed. Thanks, hot dog guy. So, son of a bitch. But let's see here. Let's go through the list and see what else we can find here. Here is Ken Kimball. Another great friend of ours in the group. Got some incredible stuff here. Let us go into this settings and bring this in and show what he's got. So, boop, boop, boop. Here he is. So he got some pretty cool, he got some boxed games. We have a lot of good games. He got a Micro Machines boxed. Lucky fuck. There was a Micro Machines here for $12. Holy shit. And when I saw that, I couldn't believe it. I should have grabbed it. Just so, if anybody I knew and he wanted a Micro Machines, it's such a good game.
It's like I said, it's a damn good game that Codemasters made. Tecmo Super Bowl, Blades of Steel, Archon, Metroid Silver Box, nice. Baseball Stars, Shooting Range, Trick Shooting, Track and Field 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, arcade game. What is that? Oh, it's a figure box. That's pretty cool for TMNT. He got Pat's book, he got the shirt, and it looks like he got his Nintendo case. He's got one of those travel cases to hold your Nintendo games. Got it signed by everybody. That's freaking awesome. He's getting it signed by everybody who comes. That's pretty cool. Nice job, dude. Nice job. I have to say, very good collection. Very good, Ken. Glad to see you again this year, buddy. Really? Nathan Elmy got a hardcore piece, and oh, that's not from the con, so we can't show it. Sorry, can't do that. Let's just say, long story short, he got a Jetsons. I can't believe he pulled that off. That's crazy. Mitch Bogart. Mitch, another great friend of ours. Saw him a couple times. Yesterday. Good to see him. Let me get his post. I can get his photo here. Bring this up. Hang on, everybody. I just like going around here and showing what people have. I mean, it goes to show we actually have some good shit here in St. Louis. Wow! Power Blade, Splatterhouse for the Nintendo, Spider-Man for the Genesis, Drakengard, Super Metroid, yeah! Good job, Mitch! That's an A+ for me automatically. The Top Secret Guide for Nintendo Power, Nier for the PlayStation 3, great game, Contra 3, Contra Wars, Oracle Seasons and Ages, nice, The Last Story, a great game, and if you see there were people selling vinyl. One of the great vinyl purchases you can get there, Karate's 2 soundtrack. Good job, Mitch. A+. A freaking plus. Great job. I like that. That was really good. Uh-oh, Gary buzzed me back. I was gonna say. So, let's see here. Going back to our posts here in our group. Do we have anything else? A lot of multi-posts. Andy Martini. He had some pretty good stuff, I'd say. We had a very interesting conversation already in his post. He got an N64 game I really like, and I would recommend anyone who has an N64 to get this as well. Get it up here. He got, I don't know, what is that? I don't know what type of PS2 game that is. It's covered up. I can't see it. Sorry. Jet Moto 3, good game. Reloaded, excellent PlayStation title. Ikari Warriors, pretty good Nintendo game. But Robotron 64, you got to complete a box of Robotron 64. Great little gem of a game on the 64. We were talking about how the soundtrack was actually really cool. There's a PlayStation version which had a crazier soundtrack. Jibo, you going to bed, buddy? Happy MOGameCon. Have a good time. And again, yeah, thank you, dude. You ever need anything, give me a buzz. I'm off tomorrow. It's great. I'm happy. So, it was a great time. Go get some rest, and I'll catch up with you later this week, Jibo. Good to see you, dude. But, Andy had a great collection. Good job, buddy. Let's see, what else we have here? Not much left. Rest of the con was good. There is an embarrassing moment for me. I'll just give you some small details because I'm waiting from Gary from Rock Solid to post the video because there's proof of it, which makes it worse. I could have won a prize, and I'm just going to say that. That's all I'm going to say. I'm stupid. I'm a dumbass. Oh, God, I hated that it happened. So, it is what it is. But, Moonsicle from Excel Bottling Company with orange and cream. It's pretty much a dreamsicle soda. It's delicious. See if we have anyone else. I have to thank Limp for that. I'll explain what's going on here, man. But, let's see. Anybody else has some really good posts? I'm looking for just one picture post, because multi-picture posts take a while to get through. That's about it. There's, James Cox had some pretty good stuff. Let me show his stuff real quick. James, you had a pretty good selection there, buddy. Another person in our group. And, I have to say, it's probably be our last one we can show. So I don't want to go forever tonight. There it is. Great selection here. We got Turok Rage Wars, Complete Inbox, Vigilante 8, Complete Inbox, Excitebike 64, Eternal Darkness, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Black Label, Simpsons Hit and Run, a really cool Zelda picture. That's pretty cool. A really cool Kin Hadouken, an iToy, just a lot of really cool stuff, but a lot of good high quality games in there. Totally like that he has Eternal Darkness. That is a great thriller game. Excitebike 64 is really good for the 64 if you like motorcycle games. But yeah, I mean, goes to show you there's a lot of good stuff here in St. Louis. And oh, Gary got a hold of me. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing these Zelda prints. I kind of wish I got one too. It's unfortunate. That's about it. I don't see really anyone else posting their stuff, but there's a lot of good stuff that was going on. But, yeah, wow. Great con. So, shout outs to people that I want you guys to check out real quick before I show what I got. But Gary from Rock Solid, go check out his channel. Look up ROX. Actually, let me just get the damn link. I'm an idiot. Let's see here. Boopity beep boop bop. Gary from Rock Solid Productions. Highly recommend him. Great dude to talk to. Always very informative. Has a great hookup for Castlemania games. If you do, what is it, Rock Solid Productions? I can't remember his coupon. So it gets him a little kickback and it gets you a little discount. Look it out for you, buddy. But who else to look out for? So who else? All the committee. Chad, Chuck, Jason, everybody behind the scenes, like Rich, Jake, Bob. What about Bob? What about Bob? All of our vendors. Brody. Oh my god, it was so good to see him. Him and his friend who drove. My god, I have to give this man some credit here. I have to take a moment here. Brody was in Montreal this week. And he came here to MOGameCon. He drove from Montreal, him and his friend, was it Ellie? If I remember correctly. Sorry if I get the name wrong. She was really cool. Actually, very informative. They drove from Montreal to Columbus, Ohio to go pick up some things and drove from Columbus, Ohio. They were only there for 20 minutes and drove straight here to St. Louis. So they did like 17 plus hours to get to MOGameCon and a little Toyota Yaris. Like, holy crap. That is crazy. That's dedication. And how me and Brody become really good friends, I'm super happy. I'm glad he was there. I can't wait to see what he found at this convention. He did both interviews and he did another W dribble. So he did another trade up, which is going to be interesting to watch. But he was there, and what was really cool, there was an after party. And so we were all, it was most of us who were at the convention, all the committee, some of the committee people, some of the backstage people. Our guests were there of Norm, Pat, and Jay. Really it was cool to have a beer with Pat and Norm. You know, thank Norm about what he was doing with his work. Cool to catch up with Pat again, telling him how things have been ever since Portland. But Jay, like I said, total freaking bro tier dude, and I would love to hang with him more. So he's actually John Riggs got a hold of me when I got home last night, and he was buzzing me on Messenger, and I was telling him how the con went. He's all excited. He gets to see Jay next week. He gets his Jay time. Now it's Jay time. Jay, I made sure I told Jay that we were going to Two Plumbers last night, and more so that I even asked him, say, what did you think of the beer? I'd like to really know, because I always like asking people out of town about it, because the beer was actually really fucking good. Because the game selection here is not bad, but it's a good little bar to come to get away from all the convention stuff he had going on. So he really liked it. I was very happy to see that. We talked for a long while last night. Very cool, chill dude to sit down and talk to. Have a lot of good laughs. Have a lot of cool stories to talk about. And really wish, I'd welcome him back anytime. I'd like to welcome back his counterpart too. Welcome, who is that? Jay Hunter and the other guy. Most of the crew in Game Chasers, I would pretty much invite the whole crew. They were that cool. But I know they're going to be busy the next couple of weeks. They got, Billy. I know they're going to be super busy making that movie. And especially Billy just had a fracture in his hip or his femur recently, so he's not walking for the next couple of weeks, which totally fucking sucks. So, other than that, let's see here. We had that, helped out Brody. Brody brought in his, the one thing he had to stop and get was his 4-slot Neo Geo. Dropped it off with Robert, which Robert's going to have some of his crew, like Bob Caldwell and some other guys, look at his board to fix it. And one thing for particular was really cool. Robert took us down in the dungeon. Hey now. But we got to see where he does a lot of his work on restoring the cabinets and stuff. So, I won't go over brief on how the place looks, but I will say this. He has a really cool setup to test boards and everything. He's even offered me, too, to bring my pole position board, but I explained to him that it takes proprietary inputs. There's no way I can use it. But what's really cool is they tried to figure out what was the situation on Brody's 4-slot. So he's hooking him up with people he could try to repair it. But what was really cool is that Brody's friend, I think, again, Ellie, I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. Sorry, dear. Ellie or Ellis? I'm sorry. She was very sweet. Actually pretty cool to talk to. But more so, she's sitting there, she's naming off games that she's been working on, especially a 2-player Daytona USA cabinet. And Robert just literally turns around and goes, holy shit! I mean, she's teeny tiny and she's know what she's working on. It's like, what the fuck? But he's going to get hooked up with the St. Louis crew to see if we can get his board fixed. He hasn't been able to run his Neo Geo cabinet for like 2-3 years, and I feel bad for him. So we stayed there till about 2:30. Didn't get home till about 3 o'clock. Got cast in home, 0 shift. Chris and Dave, so Jibo and Ride got home as well. And today was the VIP event. It was just short and sweet. Got to catch up with everybody one more time and wish them all, good luck. Hope to catch you at Crossroads again. Great to see you all. Hugs for everybody. High fives. Drink beer. Eat chicken. Mashed potatoes and gravy. It's good chicken they get. I don't know where they get this chicken. It's fucking phenomenal. I love it. But it was just a very chill little section. It wasn't very long. It was just a pretty cool time. So, let me show you what I got, and we'll call it a night. So, let's see here. I know I gotta buy post up. So, let me get my picture. It's a high resolution picture, too. Holy moly. Here's our final pull of the night, which is mine. Ta-da! So here's what we've got. We'll just start from the bottom up. From the bottom, 2 new Neo Geo games. Let me
Let me get the zoom going here. So we have got Shock Troopers and Metal Slug X with shock cases for the MVS. Very happy to have them. Shock Troopers are one of my favorite SNK Neo Geo games, and Metal Slug X, one of the 2 best Metal Slugs you can get. We've got Rally Bike, which is a very non-obscure Nintendo game from Romstar. I was super happy to get for like super cheap. Rampart I got from Steven Lucas, who was there, one of our usuals who comes down. Gary's store with his crew were selling the vinyls, and they had 2 of the vinyls I wanted so bad, and I had to purchase it. $70, totally sucked, but you know what? I'm willing to pay that because these are not in production anymore. Super Castlevania 4 and Super Hang On. Frickin' happy with that. So I will be listening to those tomorrow while cleaning my house. And so moving up here, we've got Brave Fencer Musashi. Finally, I have a Brave Fencer Musashi complete inbox that I paid very well from, who was it? One of the guys from Adam's group from Video Games Dad Podcast. His wife sold it to me. I asked for a small discount. She gave me like $10 off. And she was like, my husband was really concerned about taking this one down. I was like, well, I'll tell you what. Tell him it's Maynard, and if he has questions, talk to Adam and Ben. They know me personally. It's going to a good home. I caught up with him at Two Plumbers and told him, and he's like, oh, thank God, I did talk to Adam and Ben about that, and they told me. I feel so much better it went to you. So I always love hearing that. Is like when something very precious of theirs goes away and they sell it, they want to make sure it goes to a right buyer. And then I always keep my collection nice, clean, and organized. What else do we have here? The MOGameCon shirt. There, I got my MOGameCon shirt. I did get, as you see there, a Rush 2049 Game Boy Color game that is still sealed. Thanks, Jibo. Jibo got that for me as a gift. It was pretty cool. Thanks, bro. We also have Ridge Racer Revolution. That is the Japanese import copy of it for the PlayStation. I did get that and a Ridge Racer. I already had a Ridge Racer. I gave Ridge Racer to Caston. I gave it to Zero Shift. I also got him Drakengard 3. And unfortunately not pictured, he gave me a small gift. He gave me a Japanese Solar Striker, which is one of my favorite little Game Boy games, launch titles. I did find there was 2 games I was looking for at MOGameCon as a priority. I was looking for Gauntlet Legends for the 64, and I was also looking for Time Crisis 2. I found Gauntlet Legends. And none other, I got it for $20 from Norm. Thanks, Norm! Very nice of you, buddy. Thanks, dude. So, and then, I mean, we can't let go of the pink gorilla there, sorry. I was repping Pink Gorilla the whole time I was at the convention, but yeah, we can't let the pink elephant go out of the picture here. So yeah, what's that we see here with this picture? I have another cabinet, and it's an arcade 1-up cabinet of the Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition with Super Street Fighter 2 and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Because of what the embarrassing thing that happened, I kind of redeemed myself with this. So, long story short, at the VIP event, they were giving away an arcade 1-up, which it was that one. And more so that the person who won was actually the last person who got a ticket, and they shuffled that cup as hard as they could, and it was still picked. It was his. So I was like 5 people away from winning it. So I was like, oh well. So the guy wins it, and he's sitting there. He's like, oh, okay, cool. It's funny as Jason, who's in charge of the event, said that, you have to take it home today. Can't leave it here. We can't take it with us. So what's funny is I saw that reaction. I said as a joke, hey, I'll give you $100 for it. About 10 minutes later, he came by and said, yeah, one of my guys told me that you would give me $100 for it. Yeah, sure. I'll take $100 for it. So I got an arcade 1-up with its riser, brand new, for $100. That's about
$360 worth of an item there that I got for pretty much a third of the price is what Jibo told me. Holy fuck! I literally got the cabinet for $50 and paid retail on the riser. So fuck it, why not? So $100. What's really cool is it does play Street Fighter very well. I got to tweak one of the buttons on it. They might have quickly put it together and one of the buttons are not cooperating with me. There's kits out there I could purchase to actually fix that up, to put like Swana kit in it, like buttons and joysticks and all that. So, but this is the preferred cabinet. If you do get one of these, that this is the preferred one that you can Raspberry Pi or jam a kit or put a Pandora's box in it. So I might do that. I'm debating on it. I do like it the way it is now, but you never know. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I got for the Missouri GameCon. And more so, there's plenty of other stories that I could share. We're gonna wait on the videos from Gary. I think Adam Korlick's putting a video up too. But more so that, yeah, that's MOGameCon 2019. The con ended at 6:30 in the evening. We went to Two Plumbers, and we were there till 2:30 in the morning. Today was the VIP. We were there till about 2, 3 o'clock, and that was it. Jibo, Ride, and Kenny came over. They helped me unload the Rush cabinet. I set everything back up and got things I needed to done in the man cave done. And then we put my Street Fighter cabinet in here in the house. It's sitting next to my big screen TV, which is kind of actually cool to have it there. But other than that, that's about it. That's pretty much MOGameCon 2019 from my side. And it looks like with everybody who came in tonight, we did a really good job. It was a very good con. So again, to the committee, thank you. To our guests, thank you. To our vendors, thank you. Especially thank you to everyone who came out. It was a wonderful time. There are some things I have that I can give information-wise to the group, so I will let them know next time I see them at one of the gatherings. Especially 2 items that I should bring up specifically. But other than that, everything else went off with a hitch. Oh, there was one more story I have to tell you guys. Be on the lookout for Rich Bergen's podcast, the Video Game Show podcast. Let's just say his show was extended to 30 minutes and turned from the Video Games podcast to the Brody podcast. He pretty much interrupted the whole thing, and the whole podcast went to shit in a good way. So I can't wait to hear that podcast. It's going to be funny as fuck. So Video Games Podcast, just do a Google of it. You should be able to find their site. They're also on Twitch that they stream live whenever they can, but keep an eye out for that as well. If you're part of the St. Louis Retro Group, awesome. I'll try to provide links to it as well on Twitter and on the Facebook page. So, but I think that's about it. McGurk, thanks for coming by. Jibo, all of our guests, AP Anarcho, Paulie. We had a lot of people in here tonight, and yeah. Thank you everyone for coming in for the stream here. Just a shit stream, and just a chill stream where we're just chilling out and having a good time. So I need to return to streaming soon. I don't know when exactly we are, because I'm still working on these projects, and you know, every weekend is the only time I have off from work. But I will be returning. We're just on we're going into the last third of summer, and before you know it, we'll be in fall and winter, which means more time inside. It means more streams. So hang tight. Yes, 100% comfy. 100% shit, 100% comfy. You feel better after a shit. You get comfy after a shit. So hang tight, everyone. I will be returning to streaming soon. If that, there will be more YouTube content coming up, especially with the projects I'm working on, with Project Defender being turned into a a multi-Williams with the J-Rock board and all that, and then the Project Pole Position 2. So they're in works. I guarantee you right now that Project Defender being turned into a multi-Williams should be done by fall. Project Pole Position, we're not looking at least probably winter, if not winter of 2020.
the back end of winter when we go into spring. So who knows? That's going to take a while. But keep in touch. If you need to get a hold of me, hit the links down below in the social media blade. You'll see Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Come say hi to me on Twitter. Come over to the Facebook page. Post memes. I don't give a crap. I always love talking to people on Twitter. McGurk can approve. We all love posting memes, so we can share memes in this shit stream meme the fest or whatever. So, but yeah, come by, come say hi. I always like talking to people on Twitter and having a good time. But yeah, it'll be a while till we have another stream. But keep an eye on Twitter. Usually, I post on Twitter when another stream's coming up, and Facebook as well. I usually post Twitter first. That's the hint. Twitter is the first. So, other than that, that's about it. And everyone, thank you for coming in tonight. It was a great show. What are we looking at here? We're looking at about an hour and 45 minutes. It was a good show. I know for sure here in probably an hour, I need to call Ryan Record. He wants to hear from me. We're going to talk a little bit on KMOX. So if you go to radio.com and look up KMOX, you can listen to Overnight America live over the internet. If even you're not in the St. Louis area, if you're in the St. Louis area, you want to listen to it on an AM station, that is on 11:20 a.m. If not, radio.com, listen to it live. I'll be calling in. We'll probably have like a little 5-10 minute conversation and go from there. So, but other than that, everyone, have a good night. Have a good week. I've got one more day off tomorrow. I got to do a lot of shit tomorrow. I got to cut my yard. I got to go get grocery shopping, and I have to do laundry and clean the house. God damn it. Why am I always busy on my last day? At least I could sleep in a little bit. So, stay fresh, stay clean, everyone, and have a good night. I will catch you next time. So, yeah, that's about it. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming in. I'll catch you next time.